Good day, viewers all over the world. My name is Alajilia Sonet Chojon, live on Political Panorama from the station of Unity Radio and Television. With me on the program today is a chieftain of the APGA, the governorship candidate for APGA in preparation for the election ahead, precisely November 11, 2023. That is in person of Honorable Idoko Kingsley Lona. Your Excellency, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you.
How are you feeling today?
Great.
Recently, it has been a lot of ups and downs in preparation for the election ahead. The election is less than 2 weeks from now, precisely. How prepared are you?
Thank you, and thank you, Kogi. We are prepared. We are doing what we need to do. And we know that God will crown our effort at the end of the day. So, running for governorship of a state is not running for councillorship. It's not like I'm belittling councillorship, but it's just that it has a lower constituency, So we're trying our best. We're doing what we need to do. Even though it looks as if we're starting a bit late, it's because of the challenges that were before us. After I left PDP, I joined APGA. My running mate, we had issues with my running mate. My running mate is Abubakar Yakubu Bawa from Lokoja. But when the name was published by INEC, it was the placeholder Ben Oke Jr.'s name that was there. So we spent over 2 months to ensure that this is resolved. So it's been finally resolved, and INEC has updated the name. And like I've always said, I'm not desperate to be governor of the state. You can't go out campaigning to people. And then we love the Igbos because, as a matter of fact, they own, or they are the ones managing the economy of the state. The SME, that's where the major economic indices lies, But they are not citizens, and I'm a Christian. I come from a state that is both Christians and Muslims. The running mate is a Christian. I'm not as brave as Bola Tinubu to do, or Nasir Rufai to try the Christian one, but I don't. I just believe that in everything we do, it must reflect. I believe that election should be about the capacity of the individual, not religion, but we should try and balance. So we're prepared. We're trying our best. So far, so good.
Okay. That reminds me of the slogan of the other contestants in the election, other candidates of other political parties. We have people that run their election premise on agenda. This tribe agenda, that tribe agenda, this agenda. What exactly is your slogan for this election?
My slogan for the election is Kogi agenda. I'm not aware there's an Igala state, or there's an Ibira state, or there's an Okun state. What I'm aware of is Kogi state. And I don't have anything wrong with the agenda, but I prefer to be more encompassing. My message is for Kogi State. I want to be governor of Kogi State, and in Kogi State you have Igala, you have Igbira, Okun, and you have Igbira, and other minority tribes as well. So our election is to govern the good people of Kogi State. So the people that are playing the agenda card, I wish them the best of luck. November 11th will state, will show clearly if the ethnic or religious card is going to work in Kogi State. So that's it.
All right. Another aspect of it, there are pockets of violence here and there. You hear this party attack that party, this one attack that one. Violence here and there, though it is predominantly within the two parties that seems to be in opposition of each other. SDP and APC as it stands today. Your party and you as a candidate, do you have any plan to subdue or withstand the violence in case the election turns violent? What is your plan to run the election in the face of this violent situation?
To be very sincere, I detest what is happening in our state, especially Kogi East, because since the campaign started, I'm not aware of anywhere in Kogi Central or Kogi West where people have been killed or people have been attacked. It's only in Kogi East that we're experiencing this, and sincerely speaking, it's disheartening. This is not what we should be selling to the world, or to Nigerians. The Kogi East people are peaceful people, and I've said it and I'll keep saying it. We appeal to APC and SDP to call their supporters to order so that there can be peace. Because if there's tension in the land, people will not even be willing to come out to come and campaign. And it baffles me that this SDP is an offshoot of APC. They're supposed to be brothers. I don't know why they're fighting. So they should come together as brothers at their where, because we know the relationship that exists between the governor and the SDP candidate. I know they've had a very cordial relationship. So we don't understand where this strange turn of event is coming from. But I think it's clear and glaring. The governor wants someone else to be governor, and then SDP wants to be governor. So that's what is giving room for all this. But it's not worth the blood of our people. You can't keep killing Igala people because we want to contest election. This is very wrong. It's very wrong. So I pray that there should be sense. God should touch their hearts, because we are the one losing. Election is not run only in Kogi East. So why is it only Kogi East indigenes that have been killed? So it's very heartbreaking. No matter whether it's APC TOG or SDP TOG or FDP member or APC member, the most important thing is that they are Igalas. And we don't need to keep killing our people. How many Egbiras? Is the APC candidate not from Okene? How many people have been killed in Kogi Central since this election campaign started? So why are we different? So I appeal to everybody to please let us eschew violence and then campaign in peace. I appeal to the governor. You are the chief security officer of the state. Your word, your body language means a lot. If you come out, not just coming out to say you don't tolerate violence, your actions also, please, you show that you don't tolerate violence. Election is about service to the people. If you truly want to serve the people of the state, if you're campaigning for your party, your candidate, then this violence is uncalled for. So I'm appealing to the governor, because he's the chief security officer of the state, and then the SDP too should call his supporters to order so that we can have peaceful election. Because if it continues like this, there's going to be definitely low turnout. And like you asked, if we are ready to withstand the violence, I don't preach violence. My ambition is not worth the blood of any citizen of Kogi State at all. I've always said I'm not desperate to be governor. I'm only desperate for good leadership in Kogi State. So I don't preach violence. I don't believe in violence. But if we're attacked, we'll definitely retaliate. And we'll retaliate very hard. And we're prepared for the election. But I do not preach, and I don't believe in violence. If truly our intentions is to serve the people of the state, then we shouldn't be in this road. We should be on. The thing we should be selling out to people now is our messages. What do we want to do? You understand? What services do you want to provide for the people? That's what I think you ask me and ask the other candidates, so that we can sell our points to the people. Not to this violence is uncalled for. It's heartbreaking. How many people are going to die before the election takes place? How many? How many people? If now before the election people are dying like this, what about on the day of the election? What's going to happen? So I want to use this opportunity also to call on our president. It's been a while we've had a listening president. I think after Jonathan was the president that when Nigerians complained during the subsidy removal and everything, when you complain and shout, he listens. But unfortunately, during the era of Buhari, was like a deaf and dumb president. But look at what President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is doing. Whenever he makes any appointment, it takes a courageous man. It takes a man that truly loves his people to do what President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is doing. Look at the young boy, the 24-year-old graduate that was appointed as chairman of FEMA. When people voiced out their complaints, their objection to it, he withdrew it. That's not the first time. So I want to appeal to our president, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, please. We know you are the father of the country. They are the father of Nigeria and Kogi State, as a component of Nigeria. Is I want you to talk to the appeal to the candidates and the state governor, the state government, to ensure that there's peace, and give the order to the security agencies to ensure that they sustain the peace before, during, and after the election. So that's my appeal.
All right, thank you. Finally, before we go to the administrative part of the governance at the end of it, still about the election, because it is the election we're preparing for before talking about governance.
Yes.
Do you think you can still do rally? We don't hear much of the social media, the lousy, the noise, and do you think you can still do rally around the state before the election?
Anyway, I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years now, and I work hard for my money. Rally does not win an election. You do rally, you have large turnout. When we started and I got the budget to do a rally, and I looked at it, I said, for what? Instead of me to spend these millions to pay people, because the budget contains bosses, amount of money you pay the people that attend. I've not been a politician, but being in this game now, I understand what politics is about. And I told them I'd rather give out that money to people. That's why I say we're giving out palliative to people. Instead of me to use money to give rally, to do rally, people are suffering. People cannot feed. People can't eat 3 square meal. And we're talking about rally. You pay money to people, and I realized that the campaign organization, when you're organizing rally, those middlemen are the people you're empowering. Because even if they budget 5,000 or 2,000 to be given to individuals, you are not going to be there when the money is going to be shared. And you're not going to announce it in public that this is the amount you've given to be given out. So what happens? They most times shortchange the people. So as a businessman, I have a covenant with God not to loot, not to steal from the state, to serve the people of the state with the fear of God and do what has not been done in the state before. So it's not like I don't believe in rally, but I don't have free money to throw around. Those that are doing rally, they've been in government. I'm one of the few people. I don't think we're more than 2 in this race that has never worked for government before. If not, every other person has worked for government, held government positions or held party positions where they made money and all those stuff. So I work hard for my money. So what we are doing is town hall meetings. We're doing basically town hall meetings. What's town hall meeting? I'm doing a lot of one-on-one consultation. You see, when you do rally and you invite people, you are shouting all over the place. They are not listening to you. Their mind is on the side attractions and the things you're doing. Do you understand? That's what they are thinking about. And their mind is on the money. That's why you notice, go and watch movies, video clips of rallies that are being held. The people are absent-minded. Most of them don't even know why they are there. If you know the expenses that goes into rally, if you truly work hard for your money and you truly want to come and serve the people, I don't think you will engage in that. How can you be doing rally? For instance, we're going to plan a rally, and they say they'll take bus from all the local government of Kogi State to come to anywhere I'm doing rally. And I say, why? They say, but there must be crowd. So what they are doing is they are just transporting people around the state in the name of rally. But for me, I have a different strategy. Like I said, we're doing more of town hall. We're talking to groups, the Okada group, the road union, transport union, market women, the religious leaders, the Christian leaders, the JNI, the Muslim leaders, and then students. That's what we're doing, to send our message to them. Because don't forget, I'm an advertiser. Now, once you convince one person, that person will go. I believe in one-on-one marketing.
Sort of
now, if I
reaction.
if I talk to 100 people in the room, and I provide drinks, maybe transport or something for them, those 100 people will go out and convert another 100 or 1,000 or even or whatever. And then those ones will continue. You see, it's about what we're doing now. You're interviewing me. You ask me what I want to do. You've interviewed me before. What do I want to do for the people? That is what matters. And then our track records, not the rally. Rally, as far as I'm concerned, is a pure jamboree. And those that have made money, made free money, they are free to spend it. Maybe they didn't suffer for the money, or it's the people's money, so they are free. We don't.
If today,
Yeah.
conditional clause, if today you are elected the governor of the state, of the numerous challenges facing Kogi State, which would you take back, which will you face taking the bull by the horn?
You know,
there are numerous challenges.
Yeah, we have.
But in order of priority, which will you face one-on-one as a priority?
I break them down to our agenda. In fact, the most important thing is the improvement on the IGR of the state. If you look at the statistics that was brought out last week by National Bureau of Statistics, we're told that Lagos generated the highest IGR in the state for 2022. About over 680 something billion was generated. Kogi State generated only 18.2 billion in the year 2022. It's a far cry. It's a shame that that's what we're doing. You know, like I keep telling people, Kogi is the only state in Nigeria that has a unique feature. We are so blessed. You have 36 states in Nigeria with one federal capital territory. That makes it 37 states, isn't it? Now, Kogi is surrounded by 10 states. Kwara, Niger, Nasarawa, Plateau, Benue, Ekiti, Osun, Edo, Anambra, and Enugu. We are the gateway from the north to the south, and the gateway from the south to the north. So the question is, how can we generate 18 billion? As a matter of fact, we've set up, we tried to, on our blueprint, our target in the first 6 months to 1 year is 25 billion every month.
Internally generated revenue, 25 billion.
Yes. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a businessman. The only thing I've done for 20 years is how can I turn 1 naira to 10 naira to 100 naira? And we have a target. You see, when I set out to go into business, I told people I was going to bring in the first electronic form of advertising to Nigerian landscape. They never believed me. Many people say, you're just talking. What are you talking about? But today, after almost 16 years, Transcorp, that was the first LED in Nigeria. In Lagos, by Muritala Mohammed International Airport, we started the LED revolution in Nigeria. You have a landmark there. The first LED that was installed in Nigeria was by Lona in Abuja. The first electronic form of medium of advertising that was installed in Lagos was done by Lona. In 2011, the unipoles on Airport Road, those big boards you see on Airport Road, were the largest format in advertising. And we built the largest advert board on Airport Road in 2011. In 2015, I told my friends and my colleagues and my confidants, my staff, that we're going to conquer Africa. We'll build the largest advertising structure in Africa. That was
true. In Nigeria?
No, in Nigeria, we did that in 2011. Then in 2012, 2013, I told my team after we finished the largest board in Nigeria that will conquer Africa. And they thought I was joking. In 2015, we installed the largest advertising structure in Africa. That's on Yaradua, Maromara Yaradua International Airport Road by Lube Interchange. And the moment that was done, I conceived a new project and said I was going to build the largest advertising structure in the world. And people say, you have started this, your big dream. What are you talking about? You build the largest advertising structure in the world. But to the glory of God, 2022, October precisely, we conquered the world. We have built the largest advertising structure in the world, in the entire world. Guinness Book of World Record have acknowledged. It's just this campaign season that has not made it possible for me to sit down, for them to come and officially present the plaque to us as the largest advertising structure. So anything, see, there's power in belief. I'm a Christian, I love God, and I read my Bible. When you believe something and you work towards it, you achieve it. The Bible says that God created man in his image and his likeness. But people don't understand. What it means is, that's first Genesis. Whatever, we are small g God. Small g, that's who we are. So it means what you conceive, whatever you think about, what you conceive, you dream, you can achieve it. Because we are small God. So when I say we'll generate 25 billion every month, it's doable. See, people fail to realize that British Airways, till date, is owned by the British government. But they're not doing well in business. It's one of the leading airline in the world. Etihad, Emirates, are they not owned by government? Are they not doing well? They are doing well. Kogi is so blessed. Any governor,
Even back at home here, we have Ibon Air.
Ibon, thank you. Ibon Air is owned by Akwa Ibom government, but they are one of the best. After Air Peace, you're looking at Ibon Air. Ibon Air is even, thank you, you understand what we're saying? So that's it. So what I believe is that any serious leader that wants to govern Kogi, at this time most especially, must be an entrepreneur. You must have the entrepreneurship background. Because the country is the state is in a sorry state. We have suffered. So if you cannot raise money, how do you want to depend on the money that comes from IJR? Where is it going to take you to? So that's the problem. So any governor that wants to succeed in Kogi, Kogi is blessed with three things. Solid mineral tourism, which is number one. You can imagine Dubai. They have gold, they have oil, but they abandoned it. And what did they do? They developed their tourism. They are making more money from tourism than even Abu Dhabi, that is depending on oil and natural minerals.
And today, Dubai has become a dream of almost everybody in the world, that you want to go and rest in Dubai.
Of everybody in the world. So that is what we're saying. Now, for tourism, is it a mistake that Lord Lugard, Lokoja was the first capital of Nigeria? You think it's a mistake? You have a lot of tourism sites, potentials in Lokoja. Then when you now talk about under tourism too, where you have the confluence of River Niger and River Benue, you have a 5-kilometer conference dome overseeing that amazing, fascinating view. Now, it took a man to go to a desert where there was no water, pure desert, built the one and only 7-star hotel in the world. That's the Burj Arab in Dubai. Do you know how much Burj Arab makes every day, every month? Do you know what it contributes to the GDP of Dubai and UAE? Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what we're saying. So why would you have somebody go and build a 7-star hotel? See, the difference between me and most other people is that I dream. And I don't just stop at dreaming. When I dream, I pray and I work hard towards achieving my dreams. And this is the same thing. I have done it. I started a company, Lona Group, with less than 8 million in 2003. And today, we are worth over 20-something billion. That's the legacy we've created. So we don't make noise, we're not loud, but we're quiet and giant achievers. You understand? So on tourism alone, who says we cannot? How much was Dubai built for in how many years ago? Less than 100. And I read the documentary of Dubai. As at then was 130-something billion. So even if we want to build the first 7-star hotel in Africa today, or the first 6-star hotel in Africa today, with even 500 billion naira, for instance, we can get investors to come together at that the confluence point of River Niger and River Benue and situate something like that there, have airport there and all those stuff. You understand? Is it not a shame? Don't you feel ashamed that there are so many things that we can do for in Kogi State? It's just so pathetic. Hollywood contributes $504 billion to the American economy every year. Why don't we have a Nollywood in Kogi State? Do you understand? It's not a shame that Disney does not exist anywhere in the African continent. I have a knack for going for new things, new ideas. I'm an innovation. I like innovations. I like to bring new things. As governor of Kogi State, the first things I'll be doing is to bring in build like Hollywood in Kogi State, where all movies all over Nigeria will be acted in Kogi State. That's going to create jobs for our people. It's going to add to our GDP. We'll bring Disney World to Nigeria, to Africa for the first time. In 2 years, we'll establish Disney World. What does it take to establish Disney World? Tell me today. We both live in Abuja and we come to either Anegala, Kogi for holiday. If you want to take your kids out to have this amazing fun, this out of the world experience, where can you do it? Even in Lagos. When I travel with my kids, or when my kids go to Lagos for holiday, where can they go and have fun the type you have in Dubai?
So can't you see that we are lacking something there? As you're doing this, you are contributing. And what we're saying, any business we want to go into, government to own 20-30% shares will bring in foreign investors to develop. Let me give you an instance. Anambra State in Nigeria statistics have the highest numbers of billionaires in Nigeria. Anambra. You have over 300 multi-billionaires in. We're not talking about 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion. No. We're talking about 100, 200, 300 billion. Anambra possesses the highest numbers of billionaires in Nigeria. Now, Anambra as a state has a land mass of 4,734 kilometers square. Anambra. Now, the entire southeastern state, the 5 southeastern states, Enugu has the largest land mass, which is 7,132 kilometers square. When you put the entire southeastern state together, it gives you about 28,738 kilometers square. Kogi state has a land mass of 29,833 kilometers square.
Wow.
Now, Kogi state shares boundary with Anambra through Ibaji local government, which is 1,711 kilometers square. Then on Enugu, you have Igalamelo Odolu local government that has a landmass of 2,081 kilometers square. Now, if what it means is that Anambra, Ibaji alone, just one local government in Kogi state, is almost half the size of Anambra. So
state.
if you have Ibaji, you have Igalamela put together, that's 3,000 something kilometers square, isn't it?
Yes.
So what is the distance from Enugu to Igalamela to Odoru? What's the distance from Odoru to Ida to Anambra to Ibaji? So what it means is that you have these billionaires in Anambra, over 300 billionaires. Even if it's just 50, you are able to convince to come and invest in Kogi State. When 10 of them come together with 50 billion and they see the prospect, you will open the first 7-star hotel in Africa. The 10 of them, would finance the first ever 7-star hotel in Africa, would finance the opening of Disney World in Lokoja. The first 7-star hotel will be at the confluence point between Niger and River Benue, where you can also have Disney, a lot of things, hotel chains can come in. You're driving from Abuja, you're coming into Lokoja, then Natako. One of the most exclusive parts of the world is Clifton. That's in Cape Town, in South Africa. In Clifton, Bill Gates, Michael Jackson, Bill Clinton, name them, all the top celebrities in the world, the billionaires, the Donald Trump, they have houses in Clifton. What is Clifton? Go and Google Clifton on the internet and see the view of Clifton. As you drive into Abuja, into Lokoja from Abuja, that Natako, all those hilly areas you see. Or are you talking about Mampati? That is the best description of Clifton. Why can't we have our own Clifton in Nigeria?
That high altitude above the city,
why can't we
so that from there you can see the city and the beauty of the river.
You are driving into Lokoja at that Natako. When you come through Natako, come to the junction that goes to the market, what do you see? Look at those old buildings, ancient buildings and everything. That should be our own Las Vegas. You bring down those houses, you build houses, talk to the native, compensate them, pay them, build houses for them, relocate them to other places, and the minimum story building you see on that whole stretch should not be less than 30-story building. You have hotels, 3-star, 2-star, and 3-star minimum, 4-star, 5-star hotels. Then with the Confluence Beach, the new Bodge Lokoja, or whatever we're going to call it, that you're going to build in where the Confluence Point is. Do you understand? You generate money. So generating 25 billion is just a tip of an iceberg. Our intention is the road from Ida to Ibaji to Onitsha in the first 3 months. As we come into office, as we are settling down, we are talking to the banks and we are tarring that road. We are doing the road from Ida to Oforachi to Onitsha, Enugu to Nsukka, we're going to tar that road. But once those 2 major roads are done, look at the road from, there's a road we have discovered. It's part of the 56 industries we have identified that is going to be opened in Kogi State in the next 2-3 years.
56 industries.
If we have the time, I'll list out all of them for you.
And
but these roads are
they'll be viable and workable industries.
Viable. Okay, like the road I've said, thank God you are an Igala person. The road from Ida to Ibaji to Onitsha, is it not viable?
It is.
The road from Ida to Nsukka to Oforachi to Nsukka to Enugu, is it not viable?
It is.
Now there's a road from Anyangba to Abuja in 2 hours. You are from the Kenya local government. I'm sure you are not aware of this. It's out of research. We've paid consultants hundreds, millions, tens of millions, almost how many 100 million to give us a research, to conduct the research and tell us what we can do to turn around the fortune of the state, to generate 25 billion in 6 months to 1 year, to generate 100 billion in 2 years. That's what I'm telling you. I'm speaking from that view. So by the time you now see the wisdom between connecting the road from Ida to Ibaji to Onitsha, when you do that, and Ida or Forachi or Dolu to Nsukka, once you do that, there's a road from Ayangba, like I said, to Abuja under 2 hours. When you leave Ayangba, you go to Ogan Enugu. From Ogan Enugu, you go to Basa, through Basa Moso. You cross that river, you are in Nasarawa Toto. From Nasarawa Toto, you are in Maraba. Maraba, you're already in Abuja. So under 2 hours. So when you do that road from Ayangba to
Ogan Enugu
to Abuja under 2 hours, and you do the road from Ida to Ibaji, I'm just talking about Kogi East, though.
Kogi East, yes.
You understand? I'm not talking about Kogi West or Kogi Central, because we have a lot of God-given gifts in all parts of the state. Once those roads are done, these 2 roads I've said, and you do the Abuja, Ayangba Abuja road. So it means that from Enugu, even with the bad road, from Enugu to Ida will take you about 2 hours. But once the road is well done, are you not aware that federal government has concession 10 federal roads to private individuals to put toll, collect money and use the money to maintain the roads and build more roads? Are you not aware? So we'll do the same thing in Kogi State. Now, once this road is done, Peace Mass Transit has over 300 cars that load from Enugu
to
from
Abuja.
The east, Kogi east, south to Abuja to the north every day, over 300.
Over 300 vehicles.
Over 300, that's Peace. Then you also have Ife Sinachi, GU, or God is Good Motors, just name them. So look at the number of cars that are going to be passing through Kogi State, heading to Abuja. As you're doing that, won't hotels be opened? Won't eateries
a lot
be
of
opened?
economic activities open on that part.
Open on that path. Look at Natako. They make over 100 million there every day from food, all the cars that pass. What is the state government getting from it? You see, when we say we'll raise 25 billion, when the state governor came, he told us that he made 350 billion as a monthly internally generated revenue. Then in 2018, he said he took it to 1 billion. 2019, 1.1 billion. Then they are telling us now that they are doing over about 1.7 billion now. And Bureau of Statistics told us they've done 18-point-something billion last year. Yes, I don't like attacking personality. I don't have any business with the governor. I don't insult the people God has anointed. But I'll tell His Excellency, Governor Bello, that whatever the Kogi internally generated revenue is declaring to him, 2 things. One is a life from the pit of hell. They generate far more than that, but they under-declare. Then secondly, they are sleeping on duty. If you cannot give me 25 billion after 6 months, between 6 months and 1 year, then you are not worthy to be there with the God-given gift in Kogi State. Do you understand? So there's a lot of things. Don't forget that when I say, you see, when people come to campaign, they tell people that they'll do Ibaji road, they'll do this road and everything. But when they go, they forget. You know why? It's not like they forget, but they don't take it serious. They look at it as ordinary campaign promises, rhetorics. You know why? They are not businessmen. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a 3rd generation. My grandfather was an entrepreneur. My father was an entrepreneur, the 2nd generation. I'm the 3rd generation. So the only thing I know in the past,
you know, the onions of the business
is business. Now, why will I do Ibaji road? When Ibaji road is done, it's not a campaign promise. From our research, from the study we've done, less than 50 billion will do Ibaji road. Once we do Ibaji road, the state government will generate over 300 billion.
On that road alone?
No, not on the road. The largest rice mill in Nigeria, in the world today, is the Monta Rice Mill in Lagos. You know the rice we have in Ibaji. You know Ibaji and Basa, Ajokuta, they have one of the best soil for agriculture, in not just Kogi, but in Nigeria. So we'll open the world-class rice mill there.
Especially the Ibaji axis of it.
200,000.
You talk about their fish, you talk about the agricultural products.
See,
and
I'm not talking about oil. I'm saying that on agriculture alone, Kogi state government will make over 300 billion from Ibaji local government every year. And it costs us only 50 billion less to create the infrastructure, the road, the infrastructure and everything. And once this is done, a rice mill is going to be set up in Ibaji. The sugarcane factory, because of the sugarcane they do in abundance there, a sugar factory is going to be set up there. We'll set up one of the largest international markets in the entire Middle Belt in Ibaji there. Because people come and buy food stuff from Ibaji, take it to their state, neighboring states or whatever, rebag it and say that they are producing A or B or Z. Do you know the amount of fish that is produced in Ibaji every year?
They can't even preserve
They
it.
cannot even preserve it.
They sell it out
they
cheaply.
sell it out.
In fact, even to move it to the market
they
become
can't even
an
do
issue.
it because there's no road infrastructure. So that's what we're saying. So once this is done, like I said, the only thing I've studied in the past 20 years of my life and growing up to see my father do is how do I turn 1 naira to 10 naira, 10 naira to 100 naira to 1,000. That's the only thing I know. And that's the same thing I'm going to do. So 25 billion, you see, our projection is far beyond that. And you see, there are states that do far more than what they declare. But because of pilfering, you know, stealing by the revenue agent, these things should be automated. You remember what was happening at the toll gates? Why did Obasanjo get angry and demolish the toll gates? Because people were collecting money, thousands of cars were passing tolls every day, and peanuts were declared to the federal government. And that's why I got angry. Instead of reforming it and making it automated like what was done in the airport, he just got angry and demolished it. You understand? So once you automate our money, what do you call it, tax generation,
on the
then
toll gate.
nobody, and I pledge to God Almighty not to steal from the state. Like I said, God has been good to me. I have nothing. I just want to serve my people. And if God that sees the heart knows that I'm saying the truth, He will make the way for me to become governor. But if He feels that I'm lying, that it's just a normal political rhetoric, political talks, grammars and everything, then let His will be done. I'll go back to my business. If God feels there's anybody that can do it better than now, at this time than me, I'm ready to work with the person. I'm desperate.
I haven't taken this much of the viewers' time. I will want you to conclude. What is your message to Kogi people ahead of the November 11 election?
My message to the people of Kogi is very simple. Let them come out on 11th of November and vote for me, vote for my party, APGA, All Progressive Grand Alliance. That's my party. Kukuruku, the chicken, that's our logo. Do you understand? And a vote for me is a vote of a new Kogi State, a new dawn in Kogi State. We intend to banish and eliminate poverty from the land forever. We will set the state on a proper foundation that even if subsequent governors come, they will not fail because we'll lay the proper stage. Let me tell you one of the major things we want to do as governor of Kogi State. Everybody comes and says half salary, no more half salary. Yes, we are going to pay. It will be a crime. We'll have one on. You see, this joint account between local government and state government, as far as I'm concerned, is fraud. And I'll never take part in that ungodly fraud. I won't do it. Let the local government have their account, manage their account, but we'll monitor them. We will not take a dime from the accounts of the local government. We will not dictate to them. But they too cannot dare steal. One thing is for you not to steal. But the most important thing is for you to put your eyes, have the right people to watch and ensure that you're not stealing, people also are not stealing. So we ensure that there is full autonomy to the local government, there's full autonomy to the traditional institution. It will be a crime for the state government to have a function in Lokoja. And our revered Ato of Igala, or our revered Oinoye of Igberaland, or our revered Obaro of Kaba would be jumping to Lokoja all the time. We'll stop that forever. They are our fathers. I was well trained. I'm going to bring my family upbringing into governance. Let the Ato of Igala stay in the palace. If we want to do something, let us go and visit him, but not to be inviting them to the palace or to the state capital all the time. They have other chiefs that attend to them. Have you seen the Oba of Benin attending program in Edo State government? So why should the Ato of Igala or the Oinoye of Igberaland or the Obaro of Kaba, why should they do the same thing? So we must restore respect to the traditional institution. And like I said, one of our major points, as a young man growing up, my dad taught me something. That if you employ someone and you tell the person you pay the person 50 naira or 50,000 for instance, and the month ends and you pay 49,000, it is a crime against God. I know why this lesson is so dear to me, why I never forget it. because he will tell you, bring the Bible. Anything my father asks me, go and bring the Bible, read this verse. When you read, you say, I'm not the one that said this is the Bible. I never forget those teachings. Now, to my fellows, to my brothers, my fathers, my parents, my mothers, civil servants of Kogi State that has been paid percentage salary, and I must say the truth, percentage salary didn't just start with the administration of Yaya Bello. It predates that. Do you understand? But those were because of some reasons, you understand, that led to that. And I don't know the reasons why the present administration is also paying percentage salary. But my promise to the good people of Kogi State is that when we take power, if God crowns us, God gives us the opportunity to serve you, that from January 2024, we'll banish percentage salary forever. We'll throw it to the history of dustbin of history forever. That's not only. Most importantly, anybody that has been paid percentage salary, workers, pensioners, and all those things over the past 8 years plus and the time of the former administration, will clear all the backlogs in 1 year. That's why we have an ambitious project to generate 25 billion. We'll pay the backlog, because my father taught me, like I said, somebody works for you, you give somebody an employment and the person comes to work and you say you're paying him 50,000. How do you explain these 15,000, 10,000 people have been paid? Is it that they didn't come to work? Is it that they've not been working? So why are you paying percentage? As far as I'm concerned, it is ungodly for me to be the governor of the state and have people being paid percentage salary. The one that has been done in the past, like I said, I don't know why it's been done. I was amazed when the Commissioner for Information, Kingsley Idoko, came out on channels 2 weeks ago, I think, and said that, yeah, they are paying percentage salary and they're paying 50%. It was shocking to me. That is actually true, that this actually happens. Although I have aunties, uncles, brothers, and sisters that work for government, I used to think that maybe they say those lies to collect money from us. But when the Commissioner of Finance
affirmed that on the national television,
I was disturbed, I was worried. But the civil servants in Kogi say, don't worry. Not only are we not going to pay percentage salary, we are going to work extra hard to generate more than enough money so that all the backlogs of the salaries that have been held will be paid. The pensioners too, the same thing. We're going to pay you all your backlogs when God gives us opportunities to serve. And finally, on my tour, because like I said, I've been doing consultation all over the state, you know. We just concluded Kogi East and we're going to Kogi West and Kogi Central and all the stuff. One question that keeps reoccurring, that people keep asking is, they were sacked. They were screened out and they were sacked. So what am I going to do? I want to assure anybody in Kogi State, as long as your documents, your employment letters are genuine, you didn't forge your certificate, and you're employed and you didn't forge your employment certificate, we'll reabsorb you immediately. And then we'll also see how we can mitigate the losses in terms of your allowances, your salaries that you've suffered over the past 8 years or whenever that happens. We want to be fair to everybody. We want to serve the people of Kogi State with the fear of God. And I thank you all, and I pray that God will guide us. But finally, please, let us stop the killing. Let us stop the violence. If we truly want to serve the people of the state, and we don't want to if we don't have other intention why we want to be governor or to govern the state, then we must stop the killing and the violence. Especially to my brothers in Kogi East. We deserve better. We don't deserve to die because of election. Thank you.
Viewers at home, this is the much we take on this program here. We'll draw the curtain for today. And as we go into the election, we'll be bringing you more updates about the election and the preparation for the election ahead. One final thing that I will want you to re-echo in your mind: nobody's ambition, like he said, is worth your blood. Make sure you are safe before the election, during the election, and after the election. My name is Alajiliasone from the station of Unity Radio and Television. And the person I have with me on the station here throughout this program today is Honorable Kingsley Idoko Lona. You are welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Do have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you, viewers.
Thank you.
At UR TV confirm news, culture and entertainment, the latest information, all at UR TV. Your number one internet station, UR TV. Zenith of the best, yo. UR TV. UR TV, always ahead.